Hi everyone! Today I'm making cherry cheesecake. Not something you would find a lot of recipes on the internet or on YouTube. And it will taste like regular cheesecake, just tastier because it's a cherry cheesecake. So let's begin. Let's start with making our cherry filling. I have here 2 bags of frozen cherries, which I also thawed overnight so they're not frozen anymore. I will open my cherries and put them into this pan. You can see there is a little bit of natural juice, which is really good. You can see how this juice comes out. So here we have 2 pounds of cherries with its own juice, and I'm gonna squeeze 2 tablespoons of lemon. It's usually half lemon. I'm gonna squeeze it through this mesh. I'm also adding half cup of granulated sugar, just like this, and 1 cup of water. I'm gonna turn my stove on. The cherries are getting to the boiling temperature pretty quickly. That's why I like using cast iron. The whole pan is now boiling. I'm gonna bring temperature down and we're gonna simmer them for 6-7 minutes. So I'm turning the cherries off now. Now we're straining juice from cherries because we need them separately. I'm gonna put it onto the bowl and I'm sending this to the fridge. These cherries should be in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. We will need them cool. And this juice will be used in the very last second when we're almost done with the cake. So for now, I'm just gonna let it cool. Now I'm gonna prepare crust for my wonderful cherry cheesecake. I'm using simple graham crackers. I'm using whole crackers. You can buy pre-crushed crackers. I like crushing them myself. I'm gonna show you how. I'm using 3 of these packs because I'm making 1.5 cakes, or I'm making 1 large cake and 1 small cake. It will be easier to do by batches. So you put your graham crackers in this Ziploc bag and you just start going like this. And you don't have to completely crush them in the dust. You actually want to keep a little bit of small pieces. It's kind of like, a little bit of uneven texture. It will give it a very nice touch, especially for the cherry cheesecake. And this is 1/3 of our crust. See, it's not super even, so we will have a little bit of like crumbs and pieces. And this is very nice for cheesecake crust. Every cooking process is a little bit of a workout. And this is the good part about cooking. Our graham crackers are nicely crushed and ready. And now I'm going to add about 7-8 tablespoons of melted butter into the graham crackers. It's actually 1 stick of unsalted butter. Beautiful like this. And 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar. I'm going to mix it all. And you need to mix it until the texture becomes kind of like wet sand. Kind of like the wet sand of the Black Sea where I grew up. And here I'm gonna add some cocoa powder, which is not very usual for cheesecakes, but this cheesecake is with cherries, and cherries love chocolate. 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. And mix everything well again. And I completely forgot that I need to start my oven at 345 Fahrenheit. So I'm going to do it now. 345 Fahrenheit, start it as soon as you start preparing your graham crackers. You can even check with your hand. It should be a little bit wet, but still come as crumbs. I actually feel like it needs a little bit more butter. 1 more spoon of butter here. And now they're actually forming this wet sand kind of clump, if you can see that. See, that's what it should form. Okay, so now it feels good. Like I mentioned before, I'm making 2 cheesecake. That is why I have more ingredients. 1 cheesecake is 9-inch and 1 cheesecake is tiny one, 5-inch. Okay, and now let's separate 4 parts into this form and 1 part into this form. I will start with the 9-inch one, and using this glass, we're gonna form the bottom of our cheesecake and the walls. So just kind of spread it equally, so it will be easier, and start pressing it to the walls of your form. Just so you feel that there is enough of crust on the walls and enough of it on the bottom as well. We want a very nice chocolatey crust. Cherry cheesecake is very different. You wouldn't find many recipes on the internet. And while I'm making this crust, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and like this video. It will really help me to make more wonderful videos for you, from my Olga's table to yours. Okay, I pressed it nicely. Like I said, my stove is preheated to 345 Fahrenheit, and I'm sending these 2 crusts to the stove for 12 to 15 minutes. So now let's prepare our filling. 4 bricks of Philadelphia cheese, and they should be very soft. Like I said, everything should be at room temperature. 4 bricks of Philadelphia cheese. Let's start mixing them. You need to make them pretty soft. You can use a KitchenAid, which I have right here. I just didn't want to start right now with KitchenAid. I went with the method we used when I was growing up, again with just hand mixer, where KitchenAid is way more convenient. My timer just told me that my crust is ready, so I'm gonna pull this from the stove. And here's my crust for the 9-inch cake. Nice and baked. So the crust is gonna chill out there while we're making the cream. So now we're adding 3/4 cup of sour cream. It will actually help us mix all the ingredients together. And now it should be a little bit easier to mix all the cream. Now let's add 1 cup of sugar. You can add more sugar. I just don't like over sweeten my cakes. I like them to be just perfect, so I'm adding 1 cup. In my childhood recipe, I would have added 1.5 cups of sugar per this recipe. Let's make it a little bit less sweet, a little bit healthier. And also 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm using pink salt, pretty much for everything. I just like pink salt. And let's mix everything together. So you can see how even this cream has become nice, smooth. This texture is pretty amazing right now. And now it's time to add some lemon zest. This is one of the tricks that separates real cheesecake from just cheesecake. When I was growing up, we actually used lemon zest. We had a lot of lemons, so we did use lemon zest a lot. I have actually in my heritage Greek roots. That's maybe where my love for lemons comes from. I don't know, but I just love lemon zest in almost every dish I make. My childhood recipe calls for the zest of only 1 lemon, but I just love lemon zest so much. I'm adding 2, and I never regretted it. I'm also going to add some vanilla extract. It would be 3 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And let's mix it again. Beautiful and smells absolutely delicious. Vanilla lemon zest. So now we need to add 4 eggs of room temperature. You can add 1 egg by egg and mix it, or you can add 4 eggs at the same time. It really doesn't make a difference. I'm going to add 4 eggs at the same time. Always check the egg before you crack it into your dough. Here we go, 4 eggs. Our filling, our cream is almost ready. Let's just mix eggs. And just like this, our cream is ready. If you turned off your oven after baking crusts, right now it's a good time to turn it back to 345. And we will be filling our crusts right now. But before doing that, I'm going to add cooled cherries, a few cold cherries into this cream. I'm going to take about 1/3 of cherries and put them right into this wonderful cream. So this is about it. And mix everything. Just make sure you don't have any pits, otherwise it's going to be a surprise for your guests. The aroma is absolutely amazing, this lemon zest. Vanilla lemon zest, oh, it's already tasty. And while my oven is still getting to 345 Fahrenheit, I'm going to fill this baking pan with water. I don't like putting cheesecakes into the foil and kind of like protect them from water, because I'm always afraid that water is gonna get inside. So I prefer this way more simple method that we used when I was growing up. Just stick a pan with water into the oven, and that will prevent your cheesecake from cracking at any time. That's the most simple thing to do. You need to be careful with the oven though. It's hot right now, so it's always better to do before you start baking. I'm kind of used to doing these things, but it's always safer to do before you started heating up your oven. So now I'm going to fill my crusts with this wonderful cream. I'll give it a mix just so there's enough cherries and they kind of like mix throughout. And let's fill the large one. Let's also fill the small one, the 5-inch one. A lot of cherries in this 5-inch one because they were sitting on the bottom. There's a little bit of overflow, but it's okay. So just jiggle it a little bit like this, just to make sure it's all settled. So if you're making just one cheesecake, not two like I'm doing right now, but one, bake it at 345 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 minutes. And then reduce temperature to 310 Fahrenheit and bake it for additional 55 an hour. So it will be an hour, 15 minutes total of baking. And then turn your oven off and leave your cheesecake in the oven for about an hour. That will help for the cheesecake not to settle very suddenly and not to crack. So I will see you in 2 hours, 15 minutes. Can't wait for the cheesecakes though. So it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes and my cherry cheesecakes are ready. Well, I wouldn't say they're ready, but they've been baked. And now I'm going to pull them and show you how they look. This one has a little bit of cracks, but this one 9-inch is just perfect. Look how beautiful it is and smells delicious as well. So now I'm gonna just pull cheesecakes out of the forms and send them to the fridge for a couple hours, and then we will finish everything so it looks beautiful and tastes delicious. Let's pull our cheesecake. Let's open it. Yeah, you need to check with the knife the sides. Look how beautiful it is. So now I'm gonna let this cheesecake cool and it will become firm, beautiful, beautiful thing. Look at that. And it's not even covered with cherries yet. Let's close it and we'll send it to the fridge. It's been 2 hours since I sent my cheesecakes to the refrigerator. And now we need to make the topping for the cake. So as you remember, we have 1.5 cups of juice from cherries. So I'm going to separate half cup of juice and I'm adding 3 teaspoons of gelatin to this half cup of juice. Mix it all really well and we're going to leave this mixture for about 10 minutes. It will be nice and thick after that. So now we're gonna also cut a little bit of dark chocolate. This is very dark chocolate. This is 90% Belgian chocolate. So the only thing left for the topping is this cherry juice and the gelatin cherry juice. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do with these two right now. Let's go to the stove. So I'm going to turn the stove on and we're pouring this cherry juice into our pan. I can see that the cherry juice is getting hot and now we're adding this gelatin cherry juice. We just need a couple minutes to activate the gelatin in this mixture. And now we're going to strain this juice just so we don't have any clumps of unexpected gelatin and we don't have this much of the foam. So our topping is ready. I'm gonna let it cool. And the last piece of our cherry cheesecake puzzle is this heavy whipped cream. It's 200 grams of whipped cream. And now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. And just few drops of lemon. The cream to solidify. Okay, our whipped cream is very thick. This is the consistency we need. And now it's time to get our cheesecakes from the refrigerator. So our cheesecake spent 2.5 hours in the refrigerator. And it's cool and nice right now. Okay. So now we're just gonna put some whipped cream on the end of the cheesecake. And our jello water is getting nicer and thicker. It spent half an hour in the fridge. So now I'm going to put some cherries on this cheesecake. now we're going to add cherry juice. Right on top of it. We also will be sprinkling some dark chocolate. So I'm covering this cheesecake with a lid and it's going into the refrigerator. And we will keep it in the fridge overnight. And in the morning, this will be beautiful and delicious. Please remember to like this video. It will really help me to create more recipes for you, more delicious recipes from my Olga's table to yours. And I see you tomorrow morning to taste the cheesecake. It's been a little bit more than 12 hours and I just pulled our wonderful cherry cheesecake from the refrigerator. And look at how beautiful it is. It smells absolutely amazing. It looks beautiful. Let's give it a try. I'm making a cut on the front of the cake so my cameras can see it. And now let's see how beautiful this cheesecake looks inside. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? With all the cherries and chocolate. And here's a beautiful slice of cherry cheesecake. Cherry chocolate cheesecake, I would say. And now I'm going to give it a taste. It smells so good, chocolate cherries. I know you're not supposed to eat too much sugar, but I will definitely finish this piece. And now I'm going to cut one slice for my husband. It looks like I'm cutting a little bit smaller slice for him. He's very quietly protesting right now. I kind of get the feeling. Look how beautiful and tasty this cheesecake is. And the layer of cherry jello, cherries, chocolate, and the cherries inside, whipped cream, dark chocolate, and this jello became just perfect. So it is an absolutely perfect cheesecake. Delicious, beautiful. For your guests, it's totally worth time spent on making it. Before we go, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. You will not be disappointed if you make this cheesecake. Thank you so much for spending time with me today at Olga's table. From my family's table to yours. And happy cooking! And I will enjoy one more fork of this amazing cheesecake.